Hello everyone, I'm Ashwin, and today we're going to learn constructor and destructor in PHP. Constructor is a special type of function which is called automatically whenever an object is created. So there are three types of constructors in PHP. Default constructor, it is a user defined constructor which doesn't have any parameter but is initialized dynamically. The parameterized constructor, it takes the parameters and also passes the values to a data members. Again, it is the user defined constructor. And the last is predefined default constructor, is a system defined constructor. It is called using construct function. So whenever you will use predefined as well as the user defined default constructor in your code, the predefined constructor overrides the defined default constructor. So see the example, there is a class tree and there is a function tree, so that is nothing but a user defined default constructor, and there is another function construct, this is a predefined default constructor. So whenever I am going to create an object new tree, it will automatically call the construct function, that is a system defined predefined construct. So now inside a construct function, I am printing a message, it's a predefined constructor of a class tree. So as an output I am getting it's a predefined constructor of the class tree. So always remember, whenever you are using a construct function and a user defined default constructor, the control will go to the construct function only. Now how to use this construct function in PHP. The constructor will always allow to initialize an object's property upon creation of an object. So when you will create a construct function, PHP automatically will call this function. So most important, the function is an inbuilt function, inbuilt keyword. It always starts with 2 underscore signs, and the visibility of this particular function is always public. Example, here I have created a class fruit. There are 2 data members, name and color, and function construct is there. Inside a bracket I am passing name and color as a parameter. Then there is also a get name and get color function which returns the name of the fruit and the color of the fruit respectively. So now outside the class, whenever I am creating a object, so while creating a object, I am passing 2 parameters, fruit name and the red, dynamically. So now I want to print the name of the fruit and the color of the fruit. So I will call get name and a color, get color. So in the output I will get apple and a red. So in this way it will call the default constructor in your class. So destructor method will be called automatically when there is no reference to a particular object or you are exiting that script. So there is a destruct function. To create a destruct function, PHP automatically call this function at the end of a script, but there is no need to call manually to this particular function. Again here this function has 2 underscore sign and keyword destruct and function sign. So example, class fruit, name, color, then there is a constructor and there is a destructor. Now for demonstration purpose I have called this destructor, otherwise there is no need to call destructor in your code. It gets automatically called when it sees the end of code. So inside constructor I am initializing the name of the fruit, and inside destructor I am printing one message. Now outside the class I have created a object. So when the object is created, the constructor will automatically called, and inside that object, inside that constructor, I'm passing a parameter apple. So inside a name, apple will get stored. After that, there is the end of a script. So as soon as computer recognize that this is the end of a script, it will automatically call destructor, and then it will end the script. So in the output, the destructor is called. So inside the destructor, we have printed one message. That message will be displayed on the screen. So the message is the fruit is this name. So this name may apple is stored. So it will display the fruit is apple. So we have seen what is constructor and what is destructor. So what is the difference between these two? Constructor accepts one or more argument parameter, destructor doesn't accept any parameter. To call constructor, there is a function double underscore construct. In destructor, there is a function double underscore destruct. Constructor is involved automatically when object is created. Destructor is involved automatically when object is destroyed. Constructor is used to initialize the instance of a class as well as the data members of a class. Destructors are used to de-initialize the objects already existing or data members already existing. The constructors can be overloaded, but destructors. Constructor allocates a memory while destructor deallocates the memory. It frees up the space for the new accommodation of a object. So when there is a concept of inheritance in constructor, first the base class constructor is created and then the derived class constructor is created. But in case of destructor, first derived class object is destroyed and then the base class object will be destroyed. So this is nothing constructor and destructor. Thank you so much. If you like this video, then kindly subscribe and like my channel. Thank you once again.